Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Virtuascore.com score capture application, which you can download from the Virtuascore.com website. So this application is a Windows application, and this can basically record score data from the laser ammo Smokeless Range 2.0 laser targeting software, and it currently supports two range types: the competitive shooter IPSC challenge and the steel challenge. So the application basically captures the score data from those two and uploads that to the Virtuascore.com website. So you can obviously log your scores against other shooters and obviously put those towards the competitive shooter match that obviously the Virtuascore.com website processes daily. So essentially, to run this application, obviously you can download this on your Windows desktop application, and when you start it up you get this screen. The software currently is obviously set to the laser ammo Smokeless Range 2.0. You then need to choose your range type, so in this case we'll choose the competitive shooter. You then need to assign your shooter ID, which you can obtain from the registration process, which you would do obviously on the Virtuascore.com website. So when you register, you'll be allocated a shooter ID as part of your profile. That shooter ID can obviously be copied into here, and then you can select this option to remember the shooter identifier, which means every time you start the application it will remember that and you won't have to repeat the process of inserting that shooter ID. The shooter ID is your unique identifier, so all shot score data from the leaderboard will be recorded against this ID. So basically any scores that you record obviously will be your own personal scores and linked to your profile, and then presented within the Virtuascore.com website. You can also choose to actually have practice scores, so if you don't want to submit your score towards the daily match, you can choose to specify practice scores, which means any recorded score against your shooter ID will be recorded as a practice and won't be put forward towards the competitive shooters match for that day. So that's the ability to be able to obviously practice and obviously monitor your scores in a practice session rather than submit it towards the competitive shooter match day. Second to that, then obviously you basically can just go ahead and enable the score capture, which I can do here, which then puts this into a capture status mode of enabled. So this means now that the software is literally just monitoring for any competitive shooter scores that are generated, and then once it processes those, it will upload those to the website. So we can demonstrate that by just obviously capturing a score, and then you can see how that's reflected on the interface. Okay, so basically what's happened now is a score's been generated through the IPSC challenge, and that score has now been captured, and the interface here will show the latest update. And obviously this records all score captures under UTC, Universal Time Coordinated Timestamp. So that indicator there shows obviously a score has been captured at this point. If you want to then stop score capture, you can go ahead and just click on this button here, which will put it into a disabled state, which means any scores that are generated now won't be actually uploaded to the Virtuascore.com website. They'll just be recorded in the leaderboard score data for the Smokeless Range. So that's pretty much it for the application. So simple as that, basically just a case of setting up the various range types you want to support, and ensure that you enter your shooter ID, which is the correct ID for your profile from the Virtuascore.com website. Okay, thanks for watching.